youth. I'm a youth worker, so yeah, so I want to like lot to change like in our community, so for the youth and stuff. So
Awesome. What kind of changes in your community?
I'm just doing stuff for the youth, like staying out of drugs and alcohol, keeping them busy and stuff like that.
Sweet.
For like better things to do rather than just drinking or whatever.
And so what kind of things do you guys do with the youth?
We take them swimming and like outdoor activities and stuff like that. Bring them to youth conferences and keep them busy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
So are there any youth here with you guys today?
Yep. There's 8 of us here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Hello, wonderful people. It's good to once again be at the Global Youth Assembly Congress, and it's a joy for me once again because my first program I participated was last year in the World Youth Congress, and that actually gave me the drive to actually participate in this Global Youth Assembly Congress. As I said last year, I was inspired, and back home I managed to set up an organization called African Change International, which is really helping hundreds and 200 of children back home. Basically, is to give them, train them, give them a skill, and also restore back the smiles, the lost smiles. And that's a joy, and that's a pride I take off in attending this congress. I know I'm going to meet a lot of people with diverse ideas and coming together and also give what I have to them and also give what they have to me, and it's going to be a joy for this occasion. So I'm here on the ticket of Africa Change International Ghana, and it's going to be great. And my first session program I had today was exactly a mark. It was great, and it told light with exactly what I'm doing down there. And I know the subsequent one are going to be marvelous. Thank you all, and I wish you the best too in the Congress. Thanks.
And what's your name and where are you from?
As I said, my name is Richard Sher from Ghana, and from African Change International, co-founder. Thank you.
Nick, and I'm from Edmonton.
And what inspires you to make change in the world?
Well, I don't know. I guess it comes down to a lot of factors. I think it comes down to the fact that I guess there's pluses, minuses in the world. There's a lot of problems that have to be solved, and I think when you're able to provide some kind of solutions and assist people in the world, I think it's that much of a driving force to do and make change in the world.
Sweet. And what kind of change do you make in the world?
Well, I guess on different levels. I'm involved with different volunteer organizations. I'm involved with sports, music, involved in university a lot. So I think in all those kind of different aspects, obviously business and politics as well. So I think those kind of various fields I'm able to make change. So.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Jenna McClellan, and I'm a global citizen. It's hard to say where I'm from when I've lived in several different countries, different parts of Canada, different provinces. Yeah, I'm a bit of everything. So I think it's nicer to say that we're global citizens instead of stating where we're exactly from and being proud to be part of a larger community. So I want to share my appreciation for the communities, all communities, and because I'm not a singer, I like to dance, but I'm not really a dancer. I'm an artist. I just want to share a little something with you with paper and scissors. Respect.
My name is Bobby, and I guess I'm born and raised from Fort McMurray, but I'm living in Edmonton now.
Cool. And what inspires you to make change?
I see the world as it is now, and there's a lot of bad things going on, a lot of suffering, a lot of needless things that shouldn't be happening that I think needs to be changed. And I think that really inspires me to make a better world.
And what kind of things do you do to make change?
I'm working for the Canadian Red Cross, and we're organizing an event called the Global Youth Symposium. That's a retreat for high school kids to learn more about global issues. So it's being held at Camp Yokas from October 2nd to 4th, and it's only for high school students. So. Yeah.
And what kind of things will you be doing there?
We'll be doing role plays and simulations on global issues. So like we'll be doing role plays on conflicts, on HIV/AIDS, just so that you get like that added learning. And I think experiential learning has been shown to be a great style of learning for people. It really reinforces a lot of the material, and I think it'll be a great way to teach the high school students a lot more who don't know so much about global issues and may not even know anything about global issues. Those people don't know. Give them a bit more awareness, a bit more knowledge, and then give them the skills necessary to take that learning that they have at symposium and apply it to the real world.
And so what would be an example of a role play?
One role play we got going on is Paxium. So students will be a part of the nation called Paxium. And so Paxium starts off as a United Nation and then devolves into civil war, unfortunately. And so the students have to come up with rules of war. So there's the two sides trying to negotiate on rules of war. So they're trying to discuss the ethics of child soldiers, the legality of landmines and cluster munitions, along with treating prisoners of war. So it's really meant to highlight issues of international humanitarian law. So,
my name is Jamie Lasur, and I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
So what inspires you to make change in the world?
Well, do you want the political answer or the real answer?
The real answer.
The real answer. Well, you know, if you look at the world in certain perspectives, it's not a happy place in places around. That's what the whole point of this festival here is about, is learning that there are problems and we're here to change them. So what inspires me to change is, you know, well, I spent a little while last year organizing a Rwandan genocide awareness event for 340 Canadian youth, and being able at the end of this to see these guys actually going out of there and talking about the real issues behind the Rwandan genocide and actually getting ready to do something about it. So yeah, watching people actually get up and do something, right?
And so what issue specifically are you most passionate about?
Well, mine is crimes against humanity and war crimes. That's what I want to do in the future, is go into international policy and in war crimes especially. So that's where this whole Rwanda thing came from. But that's the one thing that really needs to be changed in the world right now, in my opinion.
And what inspired you to come to the GYA?
Well, I do work for the Canadian Red Cross, so this is part of my professional development. I also have worked with the John Humphrey Center, and I know Renee Bourgeois pretty well, and she offered me the opportunity to come here, so it's great, and I'm glad to be here.
And what has been most inspiring that you've seen here so far?
So far, the most inspiring is probably either Craig Kilberger yesterday, who talked about Free the Children, which is a phenomenal organization, by the way, or either Gary Martin this morning, who talked about the gangs in Chicago and, you know, how he overcame such dire straits in Chicago.
My name is Luke Coffey, and I'm from north of Toronto, a place called Alliston, live in Edmonton. Yes.
Nice. And what inspires you to make change in the world?
I guess it's just developing your person, finding your own morality, and making your own decisions based on reason. And I guess the older I get, the more I realize that, you know, there's two decisions. You can make the world better or not, or kind of stand in the middle idly. So you just base your decisions on that and try to use that criteria for almost everything.
And so how do you make change in the world? What are you doing?
You learn, definitely. You try to learn what's going on. Try to break down yourself and what you have learned and the things that you've been taught growing up. I've been taught myself quite a few things that were not so much false as they were just leading in the wrong direction towards the new criteria which I make my decisions on. And yeah, so I can't remember the question.
That's okay. And so what brought you to the Global Youth Assembly?
A couple friends were doing workshops, and they told me that it would probably be something that I'm into. I do some work kind of like this, my own projects, and yeah, so I'm just learning from other people, and if I can teach somebody something, that's wicked. If I can learn something, that's wicked.
Great. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.